Hello, Degens. Welcome to this breaking news edition of Degenerate Takes. I am the Brofect1 AJ. Joining me now is the Money Train, Noah Engelbretts. And Noah, how the hell you doing?
Fantastic as always, AJ.
Dude, glad to hear it. You want to know who else is doing fucking fantastic? That would be Bubba freaking Watson, who is confirmed now to be going to LIV Golf. He's a two-time Masters winner. Joining this, this has 9 of the last 19 Masters winners are now with LIV Golf. He is quoted saying it'll be interested to go over there and play, but also to see the beauty of other parts of the world that God's created. Watson said, I can't wait to get over there. Hopefully the tour lets us go. Again, the charity dollars is what's most important. So the more money I can get in my hands, the more I can give away. So it's an honor and a privilege if they let me go over there and play. Bubba Watson, one of the few golfers that actually speaks about the money in this situation, Noah, with LIV, and that's been very taboo with this whole thing. What are your general reactions? We literally were about to go on air for PGA, and here we are now talking about the LIV. Noah, what do you think? Bubba's going to the LIV.
Yeah, they're adding an all-star cast of golfers. If this was 10 years ago, um, I'm not the biggest Bubba Watson fan, but I do respect the fact that he's talking about more money and being able to give that to charity, because
Yes.
what better way, obviously a lot of questions about where the money's coming from and backed by the Saudi government. What a great fuck you to them to just take that money and just give it straight to charities.
Oh,
And then
absolutely.
just flip it on them, make it so that the Saudi government's just funding charities like in the United States and globally. That's great.
That would be, yeah.
I kind of love that. More golfers should do that. Unfortunately, I think a lot of these guys are just going to keep the money mostly in their pockets. But that would be really funny. Just force the Saudis to just be giving to global charities, especially humanitarian charities. That would just be that's just a chef's kiss, cherry on top. I'd love to see that.
That it is awesome, and shout out to him for saying that he's going to donate it to charity. I mean, it does help out a lot when you got a couple of 100 million just floating around for all these great causes that are out there. I'm with you, Noah. I mean, they just keep signing all of these older guys who are has-beens at this point. I mean, like we said in the intro, he's a 2-time Masters winner, but what has he done lately? Nothing. He's been out with a meniscus injury since May. And even before that, he wasn't a name that was really, like you and I were talking about betting on it all when it came to top 10s, top 5s, and so on and so forth. I mean, yeah, he's always a danger, but not something that I was particularly worried about at any given time. I do think it spices it up a little bit, especially ahead of the event this weekend in Bedminster, New Jersey. I'm interested to see what it does to the odds. I'm interested to see where the odds makers post that. You can go ahead and check out our future video on LIV Golf odds and best picks and everything in the bit. No, do you have anything else to say about Bubba going to LIV before we sign off?
It almost, I was just, yeah, it seems to me like the LIV Tour is almost turning into like a, if you disregard all the money, it seems like it's turning into a in between like the PGA Tour and like the Senior Tour for relevancy. You've got these guys who are past their primes, but not old enough to be on the Senior Tour yet. They haven't been playing super well consistently, and those are the guys we're seeing going to LIV. The guys who are the golfers who are consistently up at the top 5, top 10, they're staying with the PGA Tour. A lot more glory in that, although the money might not be quite as good.
It got better a little bit.
Yeah, so it'll be an interesting little dynamic there. I think it might end up being like a little segue. Once you're either dealing with injuries or your golf game's not as good as it used to be, then you go to the LIV before you go to the Senior Tour. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, the more and more I talk about the LIV with you, it sounds like we're talking about the Los Angeles Lakers. It's just crazy. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he does, if he does anything. He has been out since May. It wasn't said if he is going to play this weekend or not. So we'll see if that does happen. We'll stay on top of that. We are covering the LIV Golf because no one else in this world is. So with that being said, I've been the Brofect1 AJ. That's the Money Train Noah, and we'll see you next time on Degenerate Takes.